guess
We
so.
can describe.
You're right, because it's a state route going through a city, you know, just make
So
the
the
same with
procedure
here,
to
really,
tonight is
truly,
we
you
need
say,
to,
you can't have trucks through here or whatever.
even though this is a working meeting, we can make one vote
So.
to accept the discussion on the resolution. And then we need to vote on the resolution.
Yeah.
And when we sign that, and I can, tomorrow morning, Henderson's working till noon, so I'm gonna come in first thing in the morning.
Go from street to street,
Scan
tear
it,
it up,
send
and
it.
I'm saying, well, we got all this, it looks fine.
We can get this done today. I call it a good night.
Well-
Keep saying, we're gonna pay that road 2 months ahead.
I was just telling, our email's been down for 3 days. The whole system, couldn't do nothing. They finally, C-Spire finally got with their third party person and gave us a go around today, so I can get in there and work on this stuff.
On the big-
If you don't mind, sir? Thank you.
Gracious Father, we thank you for the opportunity to come before you tonight to discuss the business of the town. God, we love you because you first loved us. We're so grateful to be able to experience and see the reason for the season this year. God, we ask that you would just continue to cover us. God, cover our first responders. God, as they respond, God, keep them safe. Give them traveling grace up and down the dangerous highways. God, allow us to discuss the town's business in a progressive way. And we just thank you for that. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Following the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And roll call, starting on the end reader with Councilman Alan Curtis.
Here.
Okay, next in line is Justin Flowers,
Present.
and Courtney Whitaker is absent. Okay, and we do have the mayor, Charles Schaefer,
Present.
and next in line is supposed to be Todd, he's absent. Todd Askins. And next in line is Selena Terrell.
I'm here.
New business, and we've been discussing this very quickly before the meeting. I'm gonna ask for a motion, standard working meetings, this is sort of out of the ordinary, but we can ask for a motion. And it needs 100% of the council members present to discuss the resolution you have in front of you. If I could have that motion?
Make a motion to discuss the resolution.
Second.
Yes.
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 Now, what you have in front of you, and to let the people know, we've been working, Justin Flowers has been working very closely with DOT plus myself. And we have to have a resolution signed by the council designating myself as the center point of contact for a maintenance agreement, installation, operation, maintenance of roadway lighting with the Department of Transportation. This is for Highway 84 and State Highway 122 in the town. US Highway 84 and Lawrence Drive, which is Mayberry in New Brockton, and Highway 84 and Tyler Street, New Brockton. Do we have any discussion? And the plan is to get this out to DOT first thing tomorrow morning. Again, holiday seasons, they're only working till noon, so I plan on having this out in the morning as soon as I can get a hold of Mr. Henderson, and we'll scan it and send it.
I don't think there's any question that everybody's on board with this, so.
I ask for a motion to approve the resolution.
I make a motion to approve the resolution as written.
So moved.
Yes.
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 If, start with yours and go ahead and sign it and send it down.
Okay.
And this is the 23rd day of the month, correct?
Yes.
I was doing cut and paste today.
You got me right. That's what I'm doing.
Next item, and I think Councilman Flowers is looking to do some updates for us.
Yeah, so on the American Rescue, funds, we know that those funds have to be allocated by the 31st of this month. I thought that, Councilman Askins had made mention of the water department potentially having something that they wanted to bring to the table as well, but I do know for a fact that, our fire department, Arnold did bring, us a proposal that you have in front of you. And it's basically just,
Where's that?
that's it right now.
This one?
Yeah. And so, I'll give Arnold Woodham the floor to kind of elaborate on this just a little bit. But I do know that we gotta have those funds allocated, so we need to go ahead and get that in writing, in our minutes, so that, you know, we don't lose these, resources that has been given to us, so.
Thank you, sir. What I got before you is when I was talking to, Councilman Flowers, and his justification, all this, because it was brought up, they didn't know if we could use the funds for this type of stuff, so I went and done some research, and I've got it through you on this 3-page document that pretty much explains everything. What we're asking to do is add 2 bays onto our station to where we can add, I know the mayor's been in there, I'm sure Councilman Flowers been in there, but a few others haven't. I'll be glad to show you. Our training room and our facility on the inside of the building is very small. We need to expand to do that where we can have more training, and we're looking at expanding on and adding an extra bay to house our vehicles. Like sometimes we house, during football season, Enterprise Rescues Ranger at our station, and it's where if we needed to, any other type of cost, especially when Bama Slam was going, we the one that actually used it, maintained it there a lot, to have more room to expand the station, 2 more bays, and to include taking one of the older bays now to make it a training facility, inside and all. The other is for a brush truck replacement. I was sent in for the grants, the new FEMA grants for the fire department, and we signed it, sent it off last week. We're asking for the 5th year in the road to replace a 91 model fire truck, our white truck. It's still fairly reliable, but we're trying to get funds to replace it, so we asked for, I think it was like $550,000 to replace that truck. And, also a skid unit to replace our aging brush truck sliding unit that takes care of brush fires and all. So the other part of this, asking for the ARPA funds is, $60,000 for a 3/4 ton truck to set the skid unit, even our existing skid unit on it now, or either the new one will get it. Our brush truck now is a 98 model, it's 26 years old. And I don't know if you've probably seen this, Ford single cab truck. That's what we're looking at doing if we are allotted these funds. A lot of the, as far as the, station addition, all that, we're gonna do in-house, cause this is not gonna be enough to take care of that. I already talked to the county back, last summer or first of the year of last year about them doing the groundwork, doing the foundation work and stuff like that, as far as the dirt work, and then we'd come in and have the concrete work in the building done, and then we would finish the inside ourselves.
So I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Maybe, this is just me being a little naive or whatever, and not knowing how you guys do your business, but you're talking about expanding the training room. Would that, assuming that happens, would that be open to the police department as well, if they needed to do first responder training or CPR training or anything of that nature?
Absolutely, and let you know too, Braxton with the water department, Braxton used to be on our, department. And then his wife had the baby, then he's stepped aside, so even now he calls us and I'll let him go get it anytime he wants to when there's issues at the lagoon and stuff like he needs to rent something down, so yeah, we already help, so absolutely. Like I was telling the mayor and Justin before, fire department, so we're all together as a team, but absolutely, if you even need it now, you can do it. I know a couple of the ladies use it, like Daphne department, they have some kind of prayer thing.
Well, I mean, my main concern, I know the police department has limited resources, and if they can benefit from that larger training facility and have access to it, I think that would be worthwhile for sure.
Absolutely. Daleman's welcome anytime.
Good. When you were reading off your information, I thought you mentioned, obviously the, fire station expansion, but I thought you mentioned 2 vehicles.
That, I asked for a grant to replace the old fire truck. So what I'm asking for here is to add on to the station and then,
Okay.
To replace that trucks.
I
So
thought
we did ask for all that, Mayor. I think the grant that we asked for is like $600,000. We do that, then we match, 10%.
Okay. No, I thought I might have missed something
No,
there.
I'm sorry.
I thought you just talked about 3 vehicles. I understand now.
Yes.
Thanks.
And so, from my reading, Mayor, I just wanna make sure that we're clear. December the 31st, so again, this is a federal regulation that these funds gotta be allocated, or else we gotta return this money back to the Department of Treasury by the 31st. So with us moving decisively on this, what makes the funds allotted and allocated is either entering into contracts or payments being made, not just us just saying X, Y, and Z. So whatever that looks like, then we need to make sure that that's done by the 31st.
Well,
Which is 8 days away.
yeah, I'm not sure how we're gonna enter into a contract. Then, besides asking for the allocation of the money. I'm just saying, I was gonna ask you, you entered into the contract for the Wi-Fi in the park. Or you worked with that fairly well,
Yeah.
so you know the process?
I mean, with this, it's just gonna be simply doing whatever it is that we need to do for whatever. I mean, I don't think it has to be, so can you get a contract from X, Y, and Z? Could we have, even if it was us having contractors come out and presenting us with, that's us allocating, whether, if we find somebody else in the future.
So the vehicle will not be a problem. I think I can go online and Luke, you can help me with this. I mean, you can get prices of metal buildings and stuff like that online. I think I can get something there to bring something to you showing that. It may be higher, but we'll just ask for that one amount. I think we can do that. I may try to call, Mr. Rod Morgan too, Thursday, because I know back when COVID first started, when they had COVID money, they purchased a ambulance for Enterprise Rescue, and all they did, we just brought them, the invoice of that truck, and they turned around, wrote us a check, and then they presented, got theirs back. I think it can be easy as that, but I will be glad to ask him to confirm.
Okay.
And if I don't quite understand all the way, I can have him call you so you can understand too. I just wanna make sure that what he tells me is what you hear from me.
Does this not have to be bidded out since we're giving the funds to them, or did we have to bid it out since it's over 50,000?
No, man, we didn't beat anything out.
It's grant money, so,
But in case, so like if you did, we don't, the volunteer fire department don't follow that, but like, the city of Enterprise, or even you probably have to go out for bids and stuff, but as far as us, we won't have to. And if we do, there's, government contracts that's already pre-bid, so like the vehicle, we can be covered on that anyway, cause there is a pre-bid process for that that covers municipalities and towns and stuff.
So I'm looking, I came in after this whole program had started like 3 years ago. So the administrative side of this house, any assistance you can give, we need to sit down together. If you can have that information, we got a number of work days, before the end of the year. And I'm not adverse to coming in whenever we need to.
I think, Mayor, after talking to him, and I can clarify, as soon as I speak to him, I can call you and Councilman Flowers to let you know what Rod told me. I think we can just pretty much say, this is what we have, and I can give you something in writing in letterhead too, to make sure that, if that helps.
Yeah, whatever it takes to go forward, time is the problem, but putting our time in, I've got no problems coming in whenever to work on it. But, again,
I think I can do a lot of the legwork for you, and I can keep you in contact and understand what he's asking and all that, so.
Would you, sorry, Justin,
go ahead.
would you need to do a special meeting to approve the contract? If so, we'll need to go ahead and put out for that special meeting.
let's see what comes out first.
I think you can allocate, like it says allocate the funds, if if I could show you something, but like I said, I can confirm
Yeah,
that.
and I think if we can just get allocations done, then in January, we can do the official allocating to that direct place, or that company, or that whatever.
Whatever the entity is.
Yeah, and then like, let's just get the allocation there, that we got something in writing, like that contract, that required contract, because if they ask us, well, hey, look, this is the allocation, it's there, here's the contract.
We've got the money in hand.
We got the money in hand.
Okay.
So if we decide to go with another entity, then we could vote on that in the Januaries, in my mind. I just fear, we cannot lose $182,000. You know, that would be devastating in my mind.
I agree.
Well, I assure you, it'll be good use for the town.
Is there any way we can use the other 22,000? Not
Well,
lose
here's the question I've got, because I know we're gonna go on with this and the note we've got here on the generator system for the water department. You're talking, you know, 120,000 here, isn't it? No, I'm sorry.
160.
Yeah, 160 total. And that's 40,000. That takes us to 200,000, and we still have the 182. So do we want to go 100,000? What would your priority be, the truck or the building? And the second question, part of that is, do we wanna do this? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I didn't know that they had presented anything,
Yeah, this is all part of what we're
Yeah.
looking at here.
so this is.
Oh, I think, did you?
So may I ask how much money is available?
182,000.
I thought it was 182.
I have to look at it.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure we've got about 100, give or take, 182,000. But there was discussion about the emergency generator system.
And
for the
I haven't
water.
looked at those quotes, the quotes that, what you got right there, it was like an emergency response back to get to the guy, because the original quotes that was presented back in January this year were only good for like 15 days. So Braxton got back up with the guy, he sent whatever that is, right, I don't even know what the number is, but he sent that.
40,000.
Okay, well now that's gonna be about $40,000 to have both of them wired in. Well, it's like $20,000 a piece to have one wired in.
That's with
So
the.
it don't, if you wanna split the money up, I'm totally fine with that. We were requesting 2 generators, but we'd like to have the most important one would be one for the Ainsley tank, because that's providing fire suppression to Biddy Keith, and, you know, that tank, that well pumps the most water.
Is that 40,000 for the unit and the installation?
No. Like I said, I don't know what the cost of the units are, but
This right here just says installation is 40,000. This cost 116,000.
yeah, that's the wiring, that's the, installation is the wiring.
So, yeah.
And then we come off out of our pocket to have a slab poured and all that, because it's got the stuff on it.
Todd, I thought Todd,
I'm generous with y'all.
So,
Well, I mean,
I know.
especially when I heard that, hey, it's us and them trying to, I'm like, you know, hey, if y'all wanna give all the money to them, I mean, we furnish generators down the road for them. So,
Well, I think.
it ain't nothing that's gotta be done.
I think the generator is important for the town though.
Because the other one was gonna be at the lagoon for the lift station. So we've already got a generator at the Dawkins lift station, which is the main one. As long as it's pushing through the lagoon, then, you know, we can process the sewage.
Would y'all consider us splitting it 50-50, and I'll just finagle some stuff around? The priority that we have would be the truck, and that price that I give you didn't have, moving the thing over and have lights and radios added to that, so we can do that, and that should help Luke and them out on there. See, and as far as the building and all, I can research some other stuff later on to do maybe get a grant to add on that, so we can see.
So, and I definitely would say that the priority would be the truck for response time as well, dealing with
Oh,
truck.
absolutely. Well, I mean, we may do what we got done now, I just wanted to, we could very well use the additional space, but the truck would be a priority, and that would give Luke and them to make sure that that water tower.
I'm in agreement to do 50-50. I mean, that'll be
That's
90.
fine with me. I mean,
And that helps him and
mean, like, we're all trying to be one here.
And I can, as far as
Yeah,
the
we
vehicle, I
got
can hammer that.
two entities here that have
Total cost
needs.
of there would be how much?
So it's 116 to purchase,
Yeah.
so that's 116, and then the 40 for the installation would be 156. So if we did
Well,
90,
Now, the total installation is 40-something thousand.
Yes.
That's for 2 generators, well, that would be, so,
oh, this is 2,
yeah, that's what,
so there's
that's,
20 apiece.
let me look, that's what I'm saying, I hadn't even seen this quote yet, but they said it was just a renewal of the quote that was originally come up with.
How much did it jump through the years?
No, they actually went down. They said the cost of the generators went down, yeah.
Wow.
It was like 160 to 170 or something, I think, last year.
I remember
The
seeing
original
that.
quote was.
Inflation's so crazy, I figured it went up.
So if we did one generator, would that be 20 and?
130,000.
No, if we just did one, it'll be 20 plus, what, 60? So right at 90, right?
Yeah, half of 110 would be 55,
So 55 and 20,
so 75.
so
Yeah, this
65.
is for 2 gen sets. That's 2 generators, or whatever. So the price quote for 2 of them
Okay. I didn't
is
understand that.
116,000. Then you add the 40,000 for the,
Yeah.
you're talking about 160 to have it wired in.
So
So
would,
you're talking about probably $80,000 for just one.
yeah, 80 or 90, so.
Yeah, which is half your money, basically.
Yeah,
you know.
Would that be
To get
beneficial?
to get that one, then you can take the other 10,000 where you can do your slabs and stuff like
Yeah.
that, whatever else you need.
So can we work on updating, getting updated,
Well,
That's supposed to be the updated
that is the
price,
updated
right?
but with the one?
with the one, is there a possibility of getting some sort of, I think basically the question is.
Just a one, yeah, I talked to,
And
yeah.
a contract, if we have to send a contract forward in the next 7 days.
Yeah, Braxton's off today because his son's got RSV, so I mean, I think, let's see, they're closed.
They said Thursday, Friday, I don't know who's
Yeah.
open.
Yeah. It'll be
Who's open
Thursday,
Thursday,
they'll let
Friday,
Douglas
and the
before I
first-
get up with him.
And 3 days next week.
So I would do my best to have the vehicle stuff itemized in writing and just email it to you, sir.
I'm good, I'm at peace with that, sounds good.
And that'd be 2 good things for the town.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we're looking at splitting the
money going
180,
back.
Heck, yeah.
doing 1 generator, 1 installation, and 1 truck, right now.
Yes.
I just wanna make sure I'm clear here.
Yes.
That's the plan for us
Sounds
to
great.
move forward.
Yay. Do we need to vote on that?
No, it's a working meeting, we're gonna,
I know that.
no, but I'm saying, it's a discussion, we'll finalize it with the January meetings. Any other comments on it?
So Mayor, if I may I be excused, and all, I got a Christmas dinner to go to.
You're not dressed for it.
It's casual. It's actually friends.
Where's your sweater?
I didn't take my Enterprise Rescue shirt off today. But again, I appreciate y'all doing this and looking for this. I hope y'all have a Merry Christmas, and if I can do anything,
We'll
just
try
let me know. I will get this stuff to you.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
I think you could allocate it, Mayor, based on how we did the ambulance with the county, but like I said, I'll call Mr.
Okay.
Morgan Thursday and I'll let y'all know.
Okay.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you,
y'all.
thanks.
See you, Dale. See you, Luke.
See you.
The rest of the meeting, I think, is gonna be basically, information. As you look down the list, there's a couple things, and Justin, you weren't here, but there's a Advocacy Day coming up, 12 February. I wanna remind everybody, if you're interested in going to that in Montgomery, it was $195 per council member or mayor. And we need to have that information by the 5th, so I wanted to please remind everybody. Planning Commission is in flux. Councilman Rodriguez and his wife have dropped out. I don't have the name of another gentleman, but there was another gentleman, who is interested in joining the Planning Commission. And council member, on the end here. She said she would, be a voice of reason,
I wanna be a very last resort.
but voice of reason.
I don't wanna do no research.
No, a voice of reason, yes.
Sure.
So, we're gonna have to do an additional resolution, come next month. We'll have myself, Rodriguez, God, I keep forgetting your last name. Terrell.
I really think Justin would be a great addition to it.
I will say this, and from me outside, when I heard Alan say something on the meeting, he said, man, this is way more involved than what I thought
It
it was
is.
gonna be and stuff. I'm like, I wouldn't have thought that either. I thought, hey, planning, what we're gonna plan for
When you
events, we're
start,
gonna
when
plan
you
for.
start digging into the Alabama code and
right,
seeing
and
what
it's-
all it entails,
Oh,
it
no, I was
it
like,
is
man.
far more than what you would think
But
when
we
you
could-
hear the title
We
planning.
have Amanda Hughes.
So it ain't sitting around just meeting and having little
No.
snacks or nothing like that. Just-
No,
Sherry
not if you can do
Cito.
it right.
Ian Swain, Celeste Flowers, Kyle Meeks, the gentleman that I don't have his name, and where Mr. Pateras has his name, and we're have to redo the, resolution to reset the board first part of January. So that's also in the works. We discussed, and again, this is part I'll let you guys remember again, the first 4 feet of the senior center porch facing, what street is that? I'm sorry, the front of the building.
Railroad.
Railroad,
Ain't it?
Vester Cole,
Yeah.
is definitely in need of repair, so,
Ainsley's on the right. Ainsley's on the
Ainsley's
back.
behind it.
yeah. I'm gonna be going out and trying to get, we do have one bid of $4,600 to replace it. This is the gentleman who repaired the back porch. But we're gonna try to get a couple bids to do the front porch. And see when I can bring the bids forward.
You think it's gonna exceed the $15,000?
What 15,000? That was just the back porch.
Yeah, that turned out to be 13 and change.
Yeah.
I thought we only bid if it was 15 or more.
Tell you the truth, I don't know, but I'm gonna get the bids. So I try to find, I got the one from the gentleman that came from the insurance company who, did the back porch. And that was at 12,000. 13,000, we have $1,000 deductible, he was paid over 12 and change. In the mail today, we did receive permission to dispose of the bus. DOT approved all of that, and it looks like funding, according to the letter, the way I read it, I asked the clerk to also read it, insurance covering that bus and any income from selling the bus and disposal can remain with the town, which sounds like a good thing. After the first of the year, I plan on putting the dumpster back out by the town after the holiday. The CMO training, we have now an email that I received also today, and it says that Certified Municipal Official Online Training Platform scheduled for January 1st, which is now a state requirement, will launch later in the year, no date. So this is a reminder to all the council members and myself that we're gonna have to do that. We do have classes that you've signed up for and have been paid for.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
But-
I'll finish it.
Well, those, I don't know how those are gonna fall into what we have to do in the new year. But as a reminder, we're gonna have to be on this when it finally comes up and see what that training is gonna involve. But that date has been pushed back. I'm working with the Wiregrass Economic Development Company, and this is again the project that we're doing over here for a new quick stop or gas station on the corner. They're moving ahead with that, and we're looking at going to ADECA to receive a grant to assist them in the sewer system. I don't know if you've heard anything about that.
Last I heard was the guy that, you know, that presented it up here,
They have an engineer, I understand the engineer who has done, what were they just working on, someplace down in Dothan, a big project, is looking at a pumping station somewhere on that property to hook into Mayberry someplace. Up front, the question about the property it has to go through, if it's public land, we got no problems. And it looks like he owns the property on the other side of 122, away from that corner. So that, if it goes to that private land, we'll have no problems getting the easement, because he owns the property. And the second thing he has to do is determine his employment. If he has 8 people, he has to have 6 people that are low income to get
it
into
shouldn't
that
be hard to
Decker
find
grant.
here in town.
Huh?
Shouldn't be hard to find here in town if you can find 6 people who won't work.
He has, you know, his plan has to
Everybody's gonna wanna do it.
say that they're gonna hire at least 6 people that are low income if he hires 8, 51%. Actually, that's 5 guys, I guess, not 6. So we are working, I've talked to Jesse Quinlan at WDC, and we're working, I think, very closely working on trying to get a grant for this. Again, they're planning on putting it, they'd like to have this thing up and running probably before summer. So that is in the works, and we're working that.
Who owns that? Who's doing it?
The guy's name, he said it's an Indian gentleman.
Is it Patel?
Mhm.
Max
Something
Patel?
That's right,
Yeah,
well, they're most all of them Patel.
well, his
Between the
Indian name is something else, but he goes by Max Patel. Yeah, and he's the one that gave us the briefing here to start with.
And that's, he wanting to put the stations on the right-hand side as you turn on to 122, right?
Yes, where they've cleared the land
You're right,
and it's been
right.
burnt out.
Well,
Yes.
let me ask this, you said that they wanna tie into Mayberry.
Yes. They have, and that's gonna require,
To the Mayberry lift station.
yeah,
How is that, how would that impact Mayberry?
I don't know, because the lift station in Mayberry pumps uphill to the lagoon. So. if
well, we're
that-
gonna have to see the.
I don't know, that's,
We have to see what their plan is.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
But the last repair didn't, is it
we
gonna
pulled
hold?
that pump in Mayberry numerous times down there.
Yeah,
So unless it's tying into the sewer system and bypassing, it's not coming to the lift station, and it's just kinda just going into the pipes and going, you know, the main that's coming there, I don't know. They haven't, nobody's given us anything about it, so.
as soon as I talked to them again today, Jesse over at WDC doesn't have that, engineer's diagram, yet. But now when we see that, yeah, my plan is to sit down with you.
Yeah, because, but really looking at, if it's coming from an engineer, the only thing I can do is say, well, hey, if you've drawn it up, and you say it's gonna work, then.
what would be the recommendation though? I mean, because I know Mayberry pumping up to the lagoon from all of that traffic that's
I know.
going through there, that's
I
gonna
know.
create.
I mean, that's,
I think, in my opinion, that was a dumb place to put a lift station in a hole on the opposite side of the road over there.
Yeah.
That was way before my time. So to me, it seemed better if you just put it on this side of what I'm saying, where you're 30 foot higher, and you know what I'm saying? That way you've only got a little bit of drop going to the lagoon and not having to pump uphill. Anything that's got to pump and go uphill is putting more pressure on something, you know, or either you've got, you know, a 50 horse pump where if you had it going in a slight downgrade, you could do it with 10 horse, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we pulled those pumps 2 or 3 times over there.
I'm saying, again, my plan, I haven't seen their engineer's diagram, but definitely we gotta sit down with you once I get them. You know,
You got 118 houses out there that ain't gonna be too happy if.
And see, like the jail, it's sort of on its own system
That's-
because of the amount of people that, it's tied to the system, what I'm saying, but
It supports
I-
itself.
yes, so
and I understand they've already considered that, and they can't tie into that system.
I think that's right.
So they couldn't tie into the county system,
No.
but they're gonna tie into,
Now, maybe there's and I don't know where they're planning, the part of the plan is a pump station.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's right near the area or
That's-
closer to Mayberry.
That's
I
what I'm
haven't
saying,
seen the
I don't
diagram.
know. Cause you got sewer manholes coming down Main Street, you know, East McKinnon up here, so Seemed to me like it'd be quicker to go to the East McKinnon and go up like that instead of going all the way back over here and then coming up. But that's what I'm saying, that's where you have to just look at the engineer, hey, if this is what you say it works, I mean, I'm not no engineer, what I'm saying, so
No,
I don't,
no,
I
I'm
surely,
not either,
I
but-
surely can't tell you what the best way, common sense I can tell you, but I don't know how it's gonna, how this thing work.
The other part of that plan was, I talked to, Mike Walters,
That's the county engineer.
county engineer, cause I asked him if he was, they asked if the county engineer was capable of drawing up these plans. And he said he's capable of drawing up the plans, but his position at the county doesn't allow him to do it.
That's right, cause that's like side work, basically.
Yeah, so I was gonna ask him to review the plans, because he said, yes, he is qualified,
Right.
but he can't do it. So we went back to them and said they're working with their contractor, their engineer.
You don't know who that is?
No, and I'm trying to think, they said, he told me it was a guy who was doing, I think it's the same guy that's doing the gas station over on 167, might not be, but there was another one down in, they're putting something in, the contractor who did the courthouse in Geneva. So, from what I understand, because I've talked to the Geneva mayor, they are very satisfied with all the work that's gone into their
Right.
courthouse and jail. So this guy is a reputable, individual.
I know Joe Harmon's who we use with,
Yeah, I don't think that's the name, I don't know. But anyways, it's that gentleman's, organization. So yeah, there's a lot of questions in my mind. Obviously, I don't wanna do anything without you aware of what we're doing. And, like to have those, plans perused by somebody who knows what they're looking at, you know?
What if we contact the engineer that helped us with the drainage off of our back lot over here? Do you remember what his name was?
I can't remember his name, but I remember who you're talking about. He wasn't the same one that first approved that, was it?
I don't think
It
so.
was another guy, because the one that approved it kinda screwed us over and did.
I think that's right.
Was it not the Dresco guy? No, that makes
It
it up.
wasn't Driscoll.
I don't think so.
I can't think of who it was, I have to look in some of my old notes, minutes, but.
Anyway, so that, just to let you up front know what's going on.
Well, that might not be a bad idea to try to pull in somebody, because we're gonna need multiple opinions in that before we jump into that, because that can create a huge issue for all kinds of residents.
Well, they're not gonna be able to go forward with that project until they figure out how to do the sewer systems. They have to have that approval.
Yeah,
and
and
again,
the
if we
thing
go
about
through-
it is, it's like, okay, Mayberry was set up for so many residents, or so many houses, structures or whatever. Now, I don't know how many's left out. I'm assuming it was built to standard to be able to take on the 10 business lots also that's across there.
that are on the road.
That's right. So, the thing is, like you said, if it was built to that standard, although there's no businesses out there, and you take on, it all of a sudden takes over what he's gonna be putting in there from a gas station, then when you do get business out there, then it's looking at, oh, now we've got to upgrade some stuff because he took our capacity. You see what I'm saying? Sort of. So,
And what is our capacity?
that's what I'm saying. I don't know.
Because we just experienced, the engineers approved that in the beginning, and it was all kinds of flooding going on out there with the
Just
issue.
the
And
back
it
of
cost
the
us
building.
$60,000 at the end of the day
That
with
was,
that.
Well, and
M4 development, I think.
Part of that,
yeah.
for development, because when you got places that wasn't supposed to have houses and it wound up building houses, I mean, that's built for sheet flow drainage to come across a lot and this, that, and the other, and anybody knows you stick up a wall in front of where water's going, the water's gonna go around it somewhere and it's gonna start eating out on one side or the other, so.
Gonna go around it or gonna go through it, one of
Or
them.
under, that's right.
Any other questions, comments? Keep you up to speed as best I can. We don't have no public comments. Any other comments from the council? No on my left?
Merry Christmas.
Are we
Mr.
going,
Flowers.
are we, standing in solidarity with the transit bill, or are we opting out of the transit bill, Senate Bill 11, on adding the $5 to the tags coming up for the public transportation fund. I know that they told us that we could opt out by resolution. They was giving us the opportunity to do that, so I know nothing was said tonight about it, but I didn't know.
No,
I think it'd be something good to support, but
Is that gonna be something statewide or
yeah, it
countywide?
is.
That's to put money in coffers for public
For
transportation?
public
Yeah.
transportation throughout state
I
out.
don't think that would be anything we'd wanna opt out of.
No. And, then my last thing was, Church Street, Knots, we got some pickup on shrubs and X, Y, and Z, limbs that were cut on Church Street and on Knots. So, I know we short-handed on the street department workers, but,
not anymore. I mean, both guys are back to work.
okay. Well, so if we could just put that on the list. for
Church Street, Ninth Street,
Knots, Knotts.
Ninth, okay.
And
Knots.
since you brought it up, we do got trash on
Caldwell.
Caldwell Street that, I mean, if I gotta pick it up with my own damn trailer and haul it off to the dump, but to sit there and say that the town has no responsibility and can't do anything, that is unsatisfactory. I don't care what ordinance there is, the town has a responsibility to the citizens. If there's trash that's on the town right away, it's the town's responsibility to clean it up, period.
Thank you for your opinion.
And I'd go so far as to say, we got a town truck, we got a town trailer, I'll do it myself, and I'll pay the landfill fee, just to get rid of it. Give me the truck and the trailer, and I'll take care of it,
We're gonna
since
put the
nobody
dump-
else wants to.
But they're gonna put the dumpster back up.
You said wood couldn't go in the dumpster,
No. We're
that's what
gonna-
you said.
No, I said we don't have, just like we did about 5 months ago, we're gonna put the dumpster back up next to the building for sanitary trash.
So all that stuff that's sitting on Caldwell Street can go in the dumpster, is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, if somebody takes it over there.
I'll take it over there.
Okay. I'm gonna put the dumpster up the first week of January again. That was very successful, I think, and we had a couple people ask us when we were gonna do it again.
And that, most of the people that I talked to were happy that it was there.
Yeah,
Why can't you just run the truck, fill the truck up and unload it in the dumpster? I said that the previous administration. I said, get the dumpster from the county, clean up all this trash, don't worry about if there's a tire in there, I'm not picking it up because it's a tire and the wood's laying there rotting.
Luke, I'm right
Put that
there.
in the dumpster and then call the county, come get the dumpster.
I'm right there with you.
I'm just like,
Anything is better than
Come on,
nothing.
yeah.
To sit there and say we can't do anything, that's
well-
just not acceptable.
I watched a windshield and part of a power pole lay on 122 up there for about a year. And just, the state just mowing around it. There's a pile right up here, other side of Bird Mill Road, or Grist Mill. The people just keep putting stuff out there, and I'm like, man, it don't take nothing to go there and clean that pile up and go about your business.
I
But
agree
they
with
said
you
that every
100%.
time we go that back toward the landfill, we get a truck full of nails in the tires. I'm like, get the dumpster and transfer it from the street to the
To the
dumpster.
dumpster.
Call them, tell them, come get this thing. I mean, that's what you could do that right there once a quarter too. And say, hey,
100%.
if we fill up 3 dumpsters in a month, we trying to keep things clean. I don't understand, that's just a common sense
I
to
don't
me. It's
get-
like, whatever, you spend a little money to make it look decent, and don't worry about what it costs you.
I'm right there with you.
Cause you ain't spending no money as far as that goes, in the grand scheme of things.
I could not agree with you more.
but we are gonna have it back up there first week of January.
So Mayor, Church Street and Knots, those 2 areas, if you don't mind addressing those, I appreciate it.
Okay. Mayor's comments to finish it up, we're closed tomorrow and Christmas Day and 31st and the 1st of January.
First and
Um,
second. I was wrong. In the
Okay.
policy book, it says first and second.
Okay, so New Year's Day and the day after. Okay? Last thing from the mayor is Merry Christmas. The boxes you've seen in front is sort of something that we've done in our families forever. It's a Christmas type of fruitcake. And my Merry Christmas to the council.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mayor.
It's got alcohol in it?
No, ma'am, just,
Pour it on top and leave it for box it back up and then go back to it next year
you
sometime.
can sprinkle whatever you wish on
I
there.
mean, I feel like we need some.
Can I have a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.